My stepbrother, Doofus, is doing my nutting, right? I think they reach that age, right, when they just start to question everything. Ever since he turned 45, he's been overusing the word why. Why this? Why that? Why the other? Why is the world flat? So we don't slip off it. Why don't we want to slip off it? Because we'd end up in outer space. Why don't we want to be in outer space? Because it's red hot. Why is it red hot? Because it's where the sun is. Why? It's sun hot. Yeah, Doofus, it's a great massive ball of fire. Why? Why isn't the word gullible in dictionary? I don't know, Doofus. Stop asking why. You're doing me nutting. Anyway, let me just explain what I'm doing here. So, this cream colour here, what I'm pouring in, it's like orangey, creamy colour. I'm using light red, lemon yellow. You can even add a little touch of burnt umber in if you want, but what I'm doing, some bits are yellow, more yellow, some bits are more light red, some bits more burnt umber. It's really thin, watery paint, because all I'm doing, I'm going to keep adding layer after layer after layer of watery paint, so all these colours glow through. So even there, this is like, there's already paint on there, and I'm adding more paint on top. But because I'm using these thin glazes, it's called a glaze, because I'm using these thin glazes, you can even still see the white of the paper glowing through, and that's what we want. We want, even when this is finished, there'll still be some of the white of that paper glowing through, because watercolour is a transparent medium. Yeah, so you want the white paper glowing through, and then all these other little glazes what I'm adding on, they're all gonna glow through. You'll see all them colours. It'll look amazing. You can't be doing a painting to relax you, especially if you're stressed out like me with Doofus's endless stupid questions. He asked me the other day, right, if I'd rather have a pet ghost or a pet dinosaur. Well, since there's no such thing as either on them, I'm not bothered. Oh, what did he say the other day? If a toy doesn't have a shell, is it naked or homeless? It's obviously both, innit? Now, you've probably noticed that I've toned my paper on its side. What that is, all it is, one of the mint things about watercolour, instead of pushing the paint where you want it, if you can let it flow on its own, you get like a spontaneous look, and you can't beat it. That's the main thing about watercolour. It's this thing where it just flows and does what it wants. Well, you can help that along by just tilting your paper, and so you can't. It looks like it's flowing where it wants, and it is flowing where it wants, but you've got a little bit of control over it. And that bit of control what you ain't got don't matter, because that gives you that nice random effect. All these rocks, what's in this cliff edge, right? They're random. They've been left by a ice age from like if you go back like probably hundreds of years, there were a thing called an ice age, right? And that's just randomly left these rocks and stuff as they are. That's caused through an ice age, so that's random. So why not use your watercolour random? So that's what I'm trying to do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep glazing up layer on layer on layer of this, and then you don't have to watch me keep glazing every single layer on. So when you do your own, you're using lemon yellow, light red, ultramarine blue, burnt umber, or whatever colours you've got in your palette. But just build it up and build it up until you look and you think, yeah, that's the look I'm aiming for. so you know when to stop and that in it. But I'm not going to do all that on camera, so I'm just going to do a bit. My next video, I'll have done a bit off camera. Anyway, right. Let's get back to why I'm feeling stressed. Because it's not just Doofus what's doing me head in, right? It's my girlfriend, Esmeralda. She's doing me head in as well, right? I never knew what happiness was until I met Esmeralda. And now it's too late. I just can't get rid of her. Well, that's the beauty of painting, right? It relaxes you. It's like even now I can feel my stress gradually reducing a little bit and that. So if you're stressed, have a little go at this. I'm telling you, you'll love it, right? See, especially if you've got a girlfriend what's out like Esmeralda. She's got so much willpower, right? And even more won't power. Can't get her to do out. I met her on jury duty, right? And thanks to me, she got acquitted. But is she grateful? I don't think so. She don't seem to appreciate just how wonderful I am. Oh, I'll tell you what, right? We were out the other day, right? And we saw this drunk bloke, right? Staggering about all over the place. So I says, look at the state of him. I wonder who he is and why he gets that drunk. Well, it turns out it's one of Esmeralda's ex-boyfriends, right? So Esmeralda says 10 years ago he proposed to her and she turned him down. Can you imagine that? 10 years later and he's still out celebrating.